Um, Good afternoon, Larimer County, and welcome to our January 8th, 2024 land use hearing. At 3 p.m., according to my watch, we'll call this meeting to order and we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join us in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all very much. My name is John Kafalis, County Commissioner from District 1, serving as the Chair of the Board of County Commissioners for 2024. I'm joined by my Commissioner colleagues, Kristen Stevens, who resides in District 2, and Jody Shattuck McNally, who resides in District 3. We're also joined by our colleague from the Clerk and Recorder's Office, Heather Arment, I believe it is, who will take notes of the meeting, and our Assistant County Attorney, Frank Haug. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to our Community Development Director. She can introduce the rest of the folks and also give a brief explanation of procedure protocol for land use hearings, and then I'll say a word or two about consent agendas, and I'll certainly list the two items that are on agenda. Rebecca, you're on.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair, and good afternoon to our county commissioners and our listening audience today. I am Rebecca Everett, Community Development Director. I am joined up here at the staff table by Jenny Oxmaker, our planning manager, and Michael Whitley, senior planner. We also have Connor Sheldon with engineering in the audience to help with any questions that might arise. We respectfully request that all members of the public silence or members of the audience silence their electronic devices. And please help yourself to a copy of the agenda and hearing procedure instructions, which are located on the wall next to the entrance. Please wait to speak until recognized by the chair, and we ask that you speak clearly into a microphone so that all on Zoom and within the room are able to hear. And please maintain civility, refraining from any audience applause, comments, or disruptions. Please make all comments directly to the Board of County Commissioners from the podium, and we do have a portable microphone and assisted listening devices available as needed. Please state your name at the beginning of any comments and provide the spelling if needed. And for those who are attending on Zoom, you can use the raise hand function on the Zoom control bar to indicate that you would like to speak at the appropriate times in the agenda. That concludes my overview of the procedures.
Thank you very much, Rebecca. Again, welcome everyone to our land use hearing. I'd like to take a moment to explain a little bit about the consent agenda. And currently there are two land use proposals before us that are on the consent agenda. One is a tabled item from December 18th, 2023, and one is before us today. So both of those are consent agenda items. And typically, consent agenda items come before in the beginning of the meeting. They are more administrative in nature. To our knowledge, they're not controversial. There's not a lot of pushback. It's more of a routine thing, and we have recommendations from our community development staff. So when there are consent agenda items, they are generally, there's a motion to approve all of them en masse. There's not a detailed discussion. However, anyone in the audience or commissioners can pull an item from the consent agenda, and in so doing, then we would have a full hearing on that particular item, a discussion item that would involve a presentation from staff, a presentation from the applicant, public comment, et cetera. And so I wanted to explain that. And so allow me to share the two items that are on our agenda. The first one is a tabled item, as I mentioned, a tabled item from December 18th, 2023, the East Lincoln Storage Facility Paving Appeal, file number 21-Zone 3044. And the second consent agenda item is listed as the ESAC Loveland LLC paving appeal, file number 23, general or GNRL 0546. This particular item, the location is in Loveland Growth Management Area. So with that said, I will first ask my commissioner colleagues and friends if they wish to pull either of these items from the consent agenda. Commissioner Stevens?
No, I do not. Thank you.
Commissioner?
No, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okey doke. Then I would ask the same question of folks who are here in the audience. Does anyone here wish to pull either of these items from the consent agenda? All right. Then, Rebecca, is there anyone online who may be participating or listening who may want to pull one of these items from the consent agenda?
This is just a reminder for any of those participants online, if you'd like to use the raise your hand function to pull an item from the consent agenda. No hands raised. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, colleagues. So then at this time, I will ask, how about I'll go to my right. Commissioner Stevens, would you offer a motion to approve the two consent agenda items?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I move to approve the two consent agenda items subject to the conditions in the staff reports and further move to authorize the chair to sign the findings and resolutions.
Excellent. I believe that is a proper motion. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
That passes 3-0. And I don't believe we have anything else on the agenda. Therefore, at 3:07 p.m., we are adjourned. And thanks to everyone for being here and participating. Thank you all very much. Have a good afternoon.